Hi, I'm Steven Ho. Welcome to channel APA.com. How did I get into stunt work? I actually literally fell into the business. I was competing at a national tournament in Irvine, actually at the University of Irvine, I think the Brent Center. And Jet Li was there. I had no idea who he was, or no one really knew who he was at that time. And he was here scouting for new talent. So he was doing a few films here in the United States that he was still shooting Chinese language. And one of his reps called me and asked if I would come in and double him and also be in the film. So Jet actually started me in the business. Right now I don't really like to do very many stunts. My body's too old. No, I mean all kinds. I'm mostly a fight guy. You know, I'm known for my fighting abilities. So. But as a stuntman, you kind of have to be all around and learn how to do different things. The business has changed so much from the very beginning. I mean, when I was first starting, there weren't really very many Asian martial artists, and there weren't very many martial artists really that were into the business. And I think now, in the last even just 5 to 10 years, with all the media and the internet and behind-the-scenes footage and stuff like that, I think just the knowledge of being a stuntman is out there. So there's a lot more people, number one, who want to be stuntmen, and unfortunately, I think there's even less work for stuntmen now because of the advancement of CGI, and also because of all the tax breaks that are being given to the production companies shooting out of the United States. So a lot of the films, as you know, they're shooting in New Zealand, they're shooting in Prague, Mexico, Canada, so there's actually less work here in the States for stuntmen, and also because of the advancement of reality shows. So, after all the SAG strike, it was all reality shows, and then when all the strikes were over, the reality shows still took off, so the studios stuck with that theory. And unfortunately, reality shows don't have a cast or need for stuntmen, and most of them are non-union. So it's really, I think, a challenging time to be a stuntman these days. I've done a lot of stunts. I mean, I guess that not necessarily the biggest one, but the one that I sustained the biggest injury on was that everyone likes to hear about, was on Ninja Turtles. I was Donatello in Ninja Turtles Part 2 and 3. And actually the last few days of filming the second one, there was a scene where we were going up in this trap net. It was in the, I think, the junkyard scene. And we went up and there was an accident and the cable broke that was supporting us. So we all fell, and there was a 70-pound bar that was supporting the structure of the net. And that landed on my foot, and then I think Michelangelo and Leonardo landed on top of that. And last man standing on the bottom was my right foot, and the doctor said that if it wasn't for the foot, it would have severed me completely. So that was a big one. It took about, I don't know, like 5 or 6 surgeries and over a year just to get back to, to normal walking. And I'm really happy about that, because initially they said you're not going to be able to walk normally again. You may lose some toes and this and that. So, and that was my first big film that I had ever even worked on. So. If you want to pursue stunts seriously, for a living, I would, number one, double think it. Make sure it's what you really, really want to do. And if it is, be serious about it. Be serious about it. A lot of people say they want to be stuntmen. There's a big difference between being a daredevil or an actual professional stuntman. So if you're serious about it, look on YouTube and look at the reels that are out there. There's a lot of super talented people out there. So make a reel for yourself and put it out there. That's the first thing you have to do. The easiest way right now to break into the business is if you have a specialty in one field, or if you're a world champion, in one field, you can break into the business that way. If you're not, then you're going to have to work extra hard and really develop a good reel, especially a fight reel, because there's, fights are always needed somewhere. Another bit of advice I would say is, if you want to pursue stunts, is to maybe think of whatever your second passion is in life and pursue that as your main form of income until you break your way into the stunt business, because it's not going to happen overnight. It's a difficult business. So find out whatever you like to do second best, make your money with that, get a great demo reel, and then pursue stunts on the side, and then hopefully that hobby of yours will take off. Workouts are different for me, you know, because I think it's important to trick your body and also to keep it fresh in your mind. These days I'm a lot into boxing, so that's why we're here at, Westside Boxing Club. So they have an after-school kids program here, and I work with the kids after school. I volunteer with them, and I also train there. So right now it's a lot about boxing for me, because up until now I've really focused on a lot of kicking, and I always wanted to just learn, traditional boxing. So I've been having fun with it. Conan, I don't know. It was just one of those things. They called me in to look at the new stage. Because I obviously made a new stage for Conan, and to look at the stage and see what could possibly be done. And I was working with Rachel, who was the producer at that time, and she just showed me around. And then, one day they just asked if I wanted to be on the show. So it just kind of happened like that. And after the first show that we did, I had no idea they meant as a guest, and it was going to be such a big deal. I thought it was just going to be a little side segment here and there, but it's been a lot of fun. I mean, everyone's great over there, and Conan's amazing to work with, and I've learned so much from them, just as far as comedic timing and stage presence and everything. It's like going to university for me. I'm actually working on Green Hornet, next week. I do a lot of things that are in town, because my wife and I have a furniture store here as well, so I focus that, and we have, the Conan episodes, so I try to stay in town and do a lot of the work.